Recent deadly attacks by the Islamic State in South Asia, including Pakistan, Afghanistan, and India, indicate the growing presence of ISIS in the region. According to leaked Pentagon memos, ISIS is re-emerging in Afghanistan and plotting attacks across Europe, Asia, and aspirational plots against the United States. According to the Washington Post, which was the first outlet to report the news, ISIS has coordinated 15 specific plots from Afghanistan since the U.S. withdrawal in 2021. The deadly suicide bomb at Kabul International Airport in August of 2021, for example, which killed 13 U.S. service members, was set off by an ISIS member.
All power vacuums will always lead to this kind of a terrorist organization coming up, irrespective of where it is. Now, the question, of course, is could America went in to block that power vacuum. After 20 years, losing the war, what were they realistically meant to do? It was, they just can't keep throwing troops and money into a war which isn't going anywhere. So they had to kind of move out. I don't think the power vacuum this time is as big as it was the last time. The last time the Taliban literally allowed things to happen, and that is why they lost their state.
The Newslines Institute, a US-based think tank, says that ISIS in South Asia is concerned with recruiting for the Khorasan branch, and thus seeks to leverage online networks and local politics to form cells and conduct sporadic attacks. The group poses the greatest threat in Afghanistan and Pakistan, countries reeling from decades of war, insurgency, weak governance, and political instability, further complicated by difficult topography.
There is no doubt that these poor governance in these two countries have created the necessary vacuums for not just ISIS, any fundamentalist groups basically to form and preach their version of a perfect world to disillusioned masses. But the centrality of Pakistan's role in all this cannot be taken away. No matter which period, from the 60s to the 70s to the 80s to the 90s to the current page, Pakistan has been instrumental in creating disorder in Afghanistan.
The Islamic State has a massive presence in Pakistan's Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa provinces, which share borders with Afghanistan. These provinces have witnessed frequent terror attacks by ISIS, as the outfit wants to establish its prominence in the region. In March, a suicide bombing by the Islamic State in the Sibi area of Balochistan killed 9 policemen. The outfit has also been involved in carrying out terror attacks in India's Jammu and Kashmir, especially targeting the security forces in that region. The existence of the Islamic State in the region is a wake-up call, as the outfit has already announced the Islamic State of Hind province in May of 2019. The Islamic State's growth in these regions indicates that the Islamist group may aim to launch a violent campaign when conditions are suitable. Countries in the South Asian region and world over, as well as international organizations and groups, must remain watchful of ISIS operations and make attempts to curb their growth by drawing attention to their tactics, leaders, and methods of financing. The threat of terror is a real one in South Asia, and concerted and coordinated efforts are required to curb terrorism and violence.